Hey, Team Mile Seekers, what's up? Hey, guys, listen, sorry I'm a little bit late. We are going to get started right away. We have no time to lose, so no time to waste. So, going to get started right away. Give me about 30 seconds, guys. Give me about 30 seconds. All right, let me turn that volume down. Let's see. About 30. It's always cool when you can hear yourself on another another microphone. And yes, team, if I sound a little bit strange, I am losing my voice a little bit, but that's okay. That's not what's important. What's important, folks, is that I'm here for you guys. I'm here for our team. We got some work to do, guys. I know it's a little bit late, so I will try my best not to keep you folks too late. Those of you on the East Coast, the Mountain Standard Time, you guys should be here. Okay, I know a lot of times you're not able to get here because, you know, I'm broadcasting at, I guess, 8 o'clock on the East Coast, and it's 5 o'clock for you guys. You know who you are. You should be here. So let's see who's here. By the way, man, I'm just like trying to still get myself together here, and I was looking for something. You know what? I do have something, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. Listen, I don't want to make you guys wait any longer. I don't want to take any more of your time. So my voice will just have to hold up. And if you're wondering what's wrong with my voice, those of you that care, I'm not sure. I think I might be catching a little bit cold. You know what I think it is, guys? I think it's just shaking so many hands over the weekend. You know, sometimes people may have a cold or they're getting over a cold and they won't tell you. Okay. You know, the germ's still kind of there and they're like shaking hands. Can I shake your hand, Miles? They're like shaking hands with you. And I do try to wash my hands like, 10 times a day. But, guys, you can't be aware of it all the time. Anyway, I want to get right into this, team. I want to look at your comments here. And I want to congratulate some people, and we're going to get right into it. Man, I will tell you guys, because Sonia's already in bed. Actually, can I be honest with you guys? Can I just be dirt honest with you? I always am anyway. I would love to be in bed right now. We just landed just a few hours ago. Got a quick bite to eat. It's a 5-hour flight. Get this, guys. 5-hour flight. Landed a little while ago, grabbed a quick bite to eat. As soon as I walked in the door, I jumped on my computer. I started prepping for our team. Not just for me, not just for you, for us guys. Because I believe that we can really listen, guys, this maybe I should save it. This takes me back, guys, to January 2013 when Vic was orchestrating a mega launch. And something he told me, guys, again, listen, Vic is let's just get right into it. Vic is the, traffic king, okay? He was the traffic king back there. He's the traffic king now. So again, the reason why I sought out Vic, the reason why I reached out to him, the reason why I resonated with him, because I desperately needed to know how to generate traffic, and not just traffic, but targeted traffic. That's what I was searching for on Google when I found Vic. So I knew he was a traffic king. Now, what does that mean? Well, and guys, I might be talking a little bit fast because again, it's kind of late here, and I'm going to try my best to be done in an hour. I will tell you, I was looking at some of the comments and questions that you folks had, which I'm going to answer tonight, and some of the things I wanted to talk to you guys about. I'll tell you right now, if I got into it in depth like I would really like to, we could easily be here for 4 or 5 hours. I've gotten questions about Facebook. I've gotten questions about Bing. Each one of those could be a session in itself. You understand that, guys? So to be fair, I'm going to try my best to give you guys a 30,000-foot view when it comes to traffic. I mean, we could sit here easily for an hour and talk about Facebook. Am I right? And one of you might be focusing on Facebook. Another of you might be focusing on I don't know. I did mention Bing. Okay, another you might be focusing on banner ads even. So I'm going to do my best to keep it kind of broad. But see, guys, here's the thing. That's why I brought up Vic. In this team, you're going to need to get this. So I don't know how you normally watch these hangouts. I don't know where you are. I don't know if you're driving. Okay, if you're driving, you need to pay attention to the road, but you also need to pay attention to this. So you really shouldn't be driving. This is really not something where it's like an audio book where you can just kind of take it in. You really should be taking some notes, because what I'm going to go over with you tonight, guys, I'm going to go over with you the strategy. And also what I'm going to do, I'm not going to reinvent the wheel, guys. We talked about this before. I'm going to go over with you. I'm going to reinforce what Vic talks about. Because see, Vic gives all of us, gives you guys the key. He really does. You think the key is traffic. It's not, guys. You need traffic, but that's not the key. I'm going to tell you, if you keep thinking that the key to break through into your success is traffic, you're never going to make it in this business. How many sponsors would sit here and tell you that? I'm telling you, you'll make a few bucks. Listen, you won't make enough to leave your full-time job. You can make part-time money. I know I certainly did not want part-time money when I jumped online 4 years ago. I wanted full-time money. I needed full-time money because I was not going back to corporate America. So, and I'll say it this way, and I might be coughing, guys. I apologize. If you are only going to focus on tactics and traffic, you will make some money. You'll make part-time money, okay? But you will not make full-time money unless you get the strategy in your head. And for a lot of people, even many of you that have been here for a while, the strategy does involve a learning curve. Listen, I don't know everything that goes through your mind, you guys, I wish I could be closer to all of you. That's why I recommend that whenever you can get to an event, and we're there, the team is there, you should go, okay, for a host of reasons. But again, let me get back to what I was saying. I really want to stay on point. You've got to understand the strategy of this business, and not just the strategy, guys. I was talking to Chris Record about, Chris and I feel very blessed because a lot of the top marketers out there, influencers, I have a lot in common with them. I'm not saying I'm at their level, okay? I'm at my level, but Vic, I have a lot in common with him. Some things that we don't have in common, okay? Chris, I have a lot in common with him. And one of the things that Chris and I have in common, which is very important to really break through in this business, is creativity. Even when you're writing an email, even when you're writing a Facebook post, just being creative. Guys, let me just share a little tip with you. You know where my creativity comes from? I think I'm a pretty creative guy. My creativity comes from in here. It does, guys. It comes from in here. It doesn't come from copying what somebody else is doing. Hey, guys, nothing wrong with modeling, okay? And then kind of massaging and just putting your own spin on it. Nothing wrong with that. I do that. I'm not talking about that. In fact, I've gotten so good with modeling that I don't have to model much anymore. It just comes out, and it will for you if it's not right now. So I'm telling you, strategy and creativity is what you need in this business. Here's the funny part, not haha funny, but here's the strange part. That's what you need in any business, not just here. I was also talking to Jim Piccolo over the weekend. You guys know who Jim Piccolo is? Co-founder of Techademics. Anyway, Jim is a businessman. Jim is more corporate. He's, I joke when I say Pick, he's the billion-dollar man, but he's got these creative ideas on a corporate level, which, as a matter of fact, has allowed Techademics to do what they're doing because of Jim's creative business savvy and ideas. Anyway, let's get into this. I really want those of you that are having some difficulties with this business to, man, I'm thinking about the content I want to deliver, and we could just make this a course for the M3 lifestyle team, package it up and sell it to other people. But anyway, that's for another time and place. Number one, I want you guys to really take some notes. That's why I was joking about those of you that might be driving. You can't take notes while you're driving. Sure, you can watch a replay. That's fine, whatever. But when it's first being taken in initially, the food is warm. You're not reheating it in the microwave. You're not reheating the information in the microwave. I just think it's a little bit better. You can certainly reheat it, watch the recording. Maybe you're watching the recording right now. Listen, what Vic is delivering to you, laying out the game plan and strategy, and I'm going to reinforce that. If you listen to what he's saying, read between the lines, and not just read between the lines, but actually just listen to what the guy's saying, you're going to have a very successful campaign on your own for yourself. And then listen to what I'm going to present to you. Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about traffic, but I'm telling you, and I can tell you this, guys. You can see, listen, here's the thing, guys. I'm not telling you because I created a course and I went out and I found information like most course creators do, and they repackage it, they repurpose it, and they sell it. Did you know that's what a lot of people do? Because there's so much information out there on the internet, so much information on YouTube. Anything you want to know about traffic, different traffic strategies, you can find it on YouTube. Okay, if you're not finding it on YouTube, it's because you're lazy. You don't feel like looking. You'd rather somebody just hand you the answer. It's not the way to be, guys. You've got to think. See, listen, I'm going to talk fast. I'm going to talk about a lot of things, but you've got to listen to me, guys, and take notes, because you is what allowed me to break through starting way back in 2013. I was doing things a little bit different. And here's the other thing. I'm going to say some things to you guys that should be golden nuggets. And you know what? I could sit here and say, golden nugget, golden nugget. So you guys can catch it. I'm not going to do that. You guys are all smart, intelligent people. You should be able to hear the golden nuggets. But I will tell you, just like Vic says the same thing to this day. When I didn't even know the guy, way back 4 or 5 years ago, he said that, what you need to do, he was talking to all of us, not just me, okay? Vic didn't even know me. I was just one of the 30,000 people on his team. Excuse me. But he said you need to listen to your sponsor, your mentor. Whatever he or she recommends, you should do. And if you don't do those things, well, you should not expect the type of success you're looking for. Let's say, for example, your mentor, coach, whatever, recommends 10 things. Okay, great. You do those 10 things, all 10, the way the person recommends them, you're going to have a certain level of success. Let's say, for example, you're like, okay, I'm going to listen to this person. In my case, I'll use guy because I'm a guy. I'm going to listen to this guy, but I'm going to do 9 of them. Okay, well, you should expect about 90% of the results you could have gotten. And let's say you're going to do 4 or 5 of them. Well, and these aren't exact numbers, guys, but you get my point. You should expect maybe 40% of what you could have done or less. And that's just how it is. And again, when I was a, quote, beginner back then, that just made sense to me. And see, I wanted all of the success that I knew would be coming my way. I wanted it all. I wanted to make as much money as possible. I didn't want to make just some money. I wanted to make as much as possible. So I said to myself, okay, I'm new, I'm learning. I need to increase my chances. That is what you're really doing, guys. Write that down. You need to increase your chances. And I said, okay, one way to increase my chances is if Vic tells me to do something, I'm going to do it. Listen to him to the T. Same thing with Empower Network. You guys know I wasn't part of Empower Network. How many of you that were in part of Empower Network, if you were, how many of you never missed a Monday night. It was called the Empower Hour, I believe. Anyway, that Monday night call. And see, here's the thing. You're thinking, okay, Miles, why didn't you miss a call? Okay. Yeah, it has to do with discipline. But why didn't you miss a call? Here's why. Because my mentor, who was also my mentor back then, Mr. David Wood, said, never miss a call. And I figured the better I listen, I'm going to have better results. Guys, that has nothing to do with online marketing. That's life in general. Let's say, for example, like if you were taking a karate class. I studied karate for years when I was in high school, a little bit in college. And I usually train like 4 days a week at the dojo at the school. But then I would also practice at home, like on the weekend. But what if I went to class like once or twice a week? Do you think I would be as good as I could have been? And by the way, I was good. Okay. I'm not embarrassed to say what I'm good at. I was very good at martial arts. I'm a very, very good dancer. And that's not just my opinion. People tell me. But other sports like baseball, football, basketball, I'll be the first one to tell you I'm not good at those sports. I'm just not. Maybe I don't know. I'm just not good at those sports. So I'm not good at everything. I know my strengths. Okay, you know your strengths. You should. You know your weaknesses. I know my weaknesses. Okay. People say work on your weaknesses. Well, okay. If those weaknesses are not important, really, then don't bother. Seriously. You may have some weaknesses that are not really important. I mean, is it really important that I become a better baseball player? No. So, but you guys get my point. Vic did, while I was in flight today, coming back from Arizona, Vic hosted excuse me, guys, a live stream. And it was to prep beginners for the launch. He was trying to do one for more advanced people tonight, but unfortunately, he had a family emergency. I didn't get a chance to see it live because I was on a plane. I was just watching some of it earlier, got through some of it, and I pretty much can tell what's the rest. When I'm done with this hangout, which will be, God, probably 11:30. When I'm done with this hangout, I'm going to finish listening to the rest of that. That's for beginners, but I'm going to finish listening to the rest of that live stream. Why? Because see, here's something I know. Another thing I learned from martial arts. Excuse me, guys. Do you know that everything you've been through in your life, whatever job you had, if you were a plumber, a dentist, corporate, you can apply those experiences to your online marketing business. And you should be doing that, guys. And my point is, when I was in corporate America, I learned certain things. I apply it to my business now. It doesn't matter that, I do online marketing. I apply it now. So again, when we're done here, I'm going to finish watching that live stream. Why? Because I know that, and I've said this probably 20 times, those of you that have been here for a while, I don't want to use the word secret, but one of the best ways to engineer success is by following the basics, not the fancy stuff. The basics is what's going to put money in your bank account. And when I hear Vic say that he's going to host a training, a launch prep for beginners, my ears perk up. Oh, fantastic. He's going to cover the building blocks. I can use a refresher myself. And I did watch some of it. It's great. It's excellent. And Vic, come on. Vic is the real deal, guys. So here's what I'm telling you. Some of you will do this. Some of you will not. If you don't do it, don't look at me. Don't look at Vic. Don't look at your neighbor. Don't look at anybody. Like, how come I didn't get the results I wanted to get from the launch? Don't look at anybody. Instead, find your nearest mirror and look in it, and you'll have the reason. So I have 2 homework assignments. One I'll give you now, okay? And one I'm going to give you at the end of this hangout. The first one is that webinar that Vic did, I believe around 2:00 in the afternoon Eastern time. Most of you have probably seen it. Okay. I want you to watch that. I think it's 90 minutes. Okay, cool. I want you to watch that at least 5 times and take notes. Why five? Well, no, I like the number five. Five works for me. Okay. If you want to watch it more than 5 times, great. But watch it a minimum of 5 times and take notes. Why 5 times, Miles? Because the first time you watch it, you've heard stuff. Maybe stuff you've heard before. The second time you watch it, you're going to hear stuff that you didn't hear that first time. And on and on and on. Listen, that's how all of our minds work. And not only that, something you heard maybe the second time you watched it, but didn't quite make sense. Third time, fourth time, it will. And not only that, repetition is the mother of all skill, okay, and retention, okay? Even Bob Proctor says that. Now listen, Bob studies every day, religiously. Bob Proctor. Do you think you need to possibly do that with certain projects you're working on? So my point is, the techniques and strategies Vic is talking about in that beginner's live stream, I want you to have those embedded. I want you to have them memorized, like what to do strategy-wise. Now, here's what we're going to do. We are going to cover, I'm going to kind of break down some of the, no, okay, I'm going to do it this way. I want to give you a real-world example of the stuff he was talking about and how I've applied that stuff since 2013 and how you can apply it right now if you're not. Hey, listen, if you're applying it right now, maybe some of you have to say, Miles, I'm already doing it. Great. If you're applying it right now, fantastic. If you're not, I would highly recommend that you do it. And the limited amount of time we have, okay, you do it for this launch coming up. One other thing I wanted to mention, I had set up a 10-step plan for our team a while ago. It was a 10-step blueprint, okay, and to 100K. I believe that's what it said. I'm a little tired, guys. But here's the thing. The foundation of that plan is everything Vic talks about. You know, the pre-positioning, the pre-framing, the strategy. You know, the after framing, okay? Retargeting without using a platform. Guys, you know, there's other ways to target without going to, you know, a platform. We'll talk about that. But anyway, let's get going because I'm telling you guys, I want to keep reinforcing this, guys, because what I'm telling you is when I jumped online around January 2013, Vic was in the midst of a mega launch like he is right now. And he was telling us that what you're learning other places, how to you know, become an online marketer, traffic and you know, all that, that's not really it. You need that, but you need something deeper. And that deeper is what the other affiliates don't do. Or maybe don't, I can't say what they're doing or not. They don't understand it. And you need to understand this, guys, because I don't think there's anybody on here that doesn't want to make a whole lot of money. And you know, I think you really want this to be your thing. You're taking this business serious. You would, if you're not already, you'd like to be doing this full time. I think, I don't know, maybe some of you are here just to, you know, a little part-time money, whatever. Hey guys, listen, even if you're looking for a little part-time money, you still need to do some things. Why? Because there's so much competition out there right now. So-called competition. Listen, guys, the only reason why we call it competition, Vic doesn't call it competition, but the only reason why we call it competition is if you are doing what they're doing. If you're doing what they're doing, quote, they're doing, well, then you have competition. If you are not doing, in other words, if you're doing what they're doing, but you're doing a little bit more, you're tweaking it a little bit, you have no competition. The only competition you have is really yourself. You know, my competition is, what's today? Tuesday. My competition is, or was, what I did yesterday, Monday. That's my competition. It's myself. And so my goal is to be better today than I was yesterday. Anyway, let's move on because I want to give you guys some strategies. I want to tell you guys how you can really I'm going to tell you guys how you can really rock this launch before I lose my voice. Before. Not after, but before. And before I do that, because this is important to me, before I do that, I want to just say hi to some people that are here. I know it's a little bit late. I'm glad you guys are here. What's up, Willie? What's up, Kevin? I'm just reading these in the order that I see them. What's up, Ross? Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Daniel, what's up, brother? What's up, Eugene? What's up, Lisa? What's up, Sharon? Lucky? What's up, Suda? What's up? What's up, Tom? If I missed your name, it's because it really rolled up. This is a quirky chat, so blame the chat. What's up, Rhonda? What's up, Gil? Let's see who else is here. If you said something, if you said hi, at the beginning, I might not be to see your name. What's up, Mr. Mark Anthony? What's up, Adrian? What's up, McCoy? I think I got everybody. There might be some spies hanging out there. They're just not saying nothing. Listen, hey, team, if you're watching, how about saying hello? Instead of just hiding behind a computer. You don't want to be one of those people. Say hello. I know there's going to be more people watching than what I'm seeing. Okay? So let's get into it. And I'm telling you guys, another quirk about this industry is that when Vic delivers information to you, when I deliver information to you, I know a lot of you are thinking there's more. Like, oh man, there's got to be more to it. What they're telling me to do, there's got to be more. No, there isn't. No, there really isn't. I know what works. I have no reason to hold back and I'm teaching you or telling you stuff, but I'm not telling you the stuff that really works. No, team, I listen. I want you guys to succeed. Okay, I want you guys to succeed ridiculously in this business, and you can. And I also, which is even more important, I want you guys to progress. I want you guys to progress, to a frequency that's going to serve you. Because I know a lot of you are not in the right frequency. If you don't believe in that, your income is not going to rise. It may rise a little, but it's going to come right back down. I don't have time to get into, the topic of frequency. Check out my mentor, Bob Proctor, if you want to know more about that. I'm telling you, folks, here's my take on that. I actually feel sorry for the people that don't think that stuff is real, that they think it's hocus pocus. They don't believe in the law of attraction. They don't understand how getting yourself in the right vibration, even though you're not like a top affiliate or you don't have a ton of social proof, that has nothing to do with it. I'll tell you something Vic taught me years ago. You may not have the success right now. This person over here may have, or your sponsor, your mentor, whoever. Okay. I guarantee you that person's in a different level of frequency than you are. Okay. My thing is just using common sense. Okay. They're there. I'm here. I'm a little skeptical. I'm new. I'm learning. I need to move up a little because there's different levels of frequency. I need to get aligned with their frequency. I just need to get in their aura. And that doesn't always have to happen like in a live setting, guys. You understand that? You understand that brain waves travel across the air. Thousands and thousands of miles, brain waves can travel. Again, hey, those of you that don't believe that, and I know we probably have some people here that are not team members, they found the hangout and snuck in. Those of you that don't believe that, check your bank account. Guys, at the end of the day, this is business. Check your bank account. Are you happy with the balance. If you're not, maybe you should start thinking of some things, or start believing in some things that you normally haven't believed in, and your neighbors don't believe in, and your coworkers don't believe in. Anyway, I don't want to get on a rant, guys. Okay. I need to save my voice, guys. I really do. I'm not joking about that. I need to save my voice. Okay. Okay. Here's what I want to do. And I have to cough, guys. And I don't want to cough in your ear, folks. So give me a second. Okay. All right. So, and you really should take notes, guys. And I know some of you probably take notes every week anyway, but I can't see what you're doing. So you really should take notes. I do want to start off the way we normally do start off teams. I want to start off by welcoming all of the M3 Lifestyle team members. Glad to have you guys here. I have nothing but gratitude for all of you. Appreciate all of you. Those of you that I saw over the weekend, it was a blessing. You know, that's I have no other words for it. It was a blessing. It was a blessing and an honor to be in the room with you people. And you're probably thinking, why is he saying it like that? Well, okay, because when I entered this business many years ago, I knew that one of the ways to start earning money for my business to flourish was to get people attracted to me and my business. My business is an extension of me. Your business is an extension of you. So I figured, wow, nobody knows me. I mean, I joined Empower. I was brand new. Nobody knows me. But I see what the leaders are doing, quote leaders. I see what they're doing. People are attracted to them. I met Vic. I was really attracted to Vic, like many of you were. I said, man, if I could engineer that also, smaller scale, get people attracted to me, I knew that was the key to making money in this business. By the grace of God, I've been able to do that. So those of you that are on our team actually sought me out. And some of you might be here because you clicked on some random link. All right. But those of you, and I appreciate you too, but those of you that actually came into my world, my quote little world, I'm blessed and humble. I appreciate you guys. I think a lot of times, we meet up and you guys are like, excited to meet me, whatever. You don't understand. It's the other way around. I'm more excited to meet you. You're real people. You have a definite vision. You have lives. You have families. I mean, thank you for giving me the responsibility to help. That's all. I mean, I can't do it for you. Thank you for giving me the responsibility to help you change your life. Man, I was talking to Sonia about that earlier. That's a huge responsibility. And some of you, okay, what I'm saying right now, some of you are reading between the lines. Because some of you are saying, that's really nice of Miles to say that. I know he means that. If you, what I just said, if you can communicate with your list that way, okay, maybe not those exact words, and let them know that you're not just here trying to sell them something. You care about them. You'd like to see them succeed. Listen, let's say I'm on your list, and maybe I am. Okay, let's say I'm on your list and you're emailing me. You're emailing me about this webinar coming up. You're recommending that I attend it. You believe it can help me. You believe it can help me succeed. Okay, here I am. I don't know you really. I mean, maybe you haven't been emailing me that often. We haven't built any rapport. I might be sitting here saying to myself, why does this person want to help me? Why do they care about my success? Are they just trying to sell me something? Or not that they're trying to sell me something. They'd like to help me, okay? And in return, they should be compensated for their efforts. Again, like Zig Ziglar says, the more people you can help, you'll get what you want. Something like that, he said. You'll get more of what you want. What do you want? What do you really want? Do I sell a product? because I want money. That's on the surface. Okay. I sell products. Okay. Market and sell products online. Okay. I'm talking about for me, myself. Okay. There's many different avenues of selling. You know, my buddy Fred Kern talks about subconscious selling. We'll talk about that another time. But guys, here's my point. For me, one of the levels of selling is I'm selling that product so I can generate my freedom, gain freedom, keep my freedom going. Okay. Sonia and I have already achieved freedom, but excuse me, we need to keep it going. Now, think about this. I look at this business. I don't care about those other people that don't understand the business. They think everything is a scam. I look at this business as the perfect business because by selling these products, okay, I know that I'm helping somebody. I know that I'm giving somebody the tools and the training to gain their freedom, whatever it is. Okay. So I know I'm helping that person gain their freedom. At the same time, I'm gaining my freedom in return. Do you understand, guys? It's a win-win. It needs to be a win-win. Again, the money, guys, it's just the surface. Sonia and I won $20,000 this week, and I think a lot of you know. Okay, great, but $20,000, okay, it's a lot of money, but at the end of the day, it's just paper. Seriously, guys, I know you've heard that before, but it's just paper. You know, somebody asked me there, what are you going to do with it? Somebody actually stopped me and asked me, what are you going to do with it? And I was kind of taken aback. I'm like, well, I haven't had a chance to think about it. You know, I did say on stage I'm going to give some away, and I am. You know, there's people, you know, a lot less fortunate than Sonia and I could use some of that. And, you know, I have those people in mind. Anyway, my lifestyle, I like it. I enjoy it. I enjoy traveling. I enjoy being able to buy, you know, the designer clothes. I think you guys know I like clothes. Most men don't. Hey, whatever. It's okay. Whatever floats your boat. I love clothes. Okay. That's why I can't wait to work with Shabam. Shabam, if you're out there, what's up, brother? You and I got to talk. You know, I like going to nice restaurants. I like spoiling my wife. I like, you know, being able to give to the church. I love, you know, certain charities. So, you know, I mean, all that stuff. But I want to do all those things. I want to do all those things. What if I said I want to do all of those things without using this medium called money? That like exchanging that paper. I want to do all those things, but listen, I gotta tell you, I don't have any money. Will you? I'm asking the universe. I'm asking, will you still let me do those things? Listen, I'm a good guy. Will you let me do all those things, even though I have no money? And the answer is no. So you need that medium to be able to do what you want to do. Okay, so, guys. Again, but as you're cultivating your following, as you're building your list, you need to talk to people in those terms. I'll tell you something, guys. I don't write as much as I would like to for time constraints, but I love copy. I love to write. Okay. Something I'm going to be doing soon. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but I love copy, and not just copy. I love what's a word for it? Interactive copy, where, you know, what's the best form of interactive copy? A video. You know, embedding a video in a list that you're, I'm sorry, in an email that you're sending to your list, man. One of the easiest ways you can connect with your list this way, as you're managing your autoresponder, as you're executing monthly hygiene on your list, which you should be doing. Okay, your goal is to get people off your list as quickly as humanly possible. Get them to unsubscribe, those people that don't want to be there. Because there's many people that have opted into your list and they don't want to be there. Your goal as a business person, okay, not just as a marketer, but as a business person, is to get them off your list as quickly as possible. And the ones that want to stay there, to build a solid connection with them. And guys, I'll be the first to tell you, I'm not perfect with that because I have a lot of responsibilities. There's a lot of things I'm working on. That's not an excuse. I can tell you, I think about things that we should be doing as a team. I think about things that I recommend you guys do that I also should be doing more myself. And list cultivation is one of those things, guys. And here's the other thing: I enjoy it. I really enjoy communicating with my list. I may be sitting here in my office, I'm talking to somebody, or I'm sharing with somebody in another country, Australia, whatever. I feel like they're here. I mean, it's just, and you've got to have that feeling, guys. You've got to have that type of passion if you want to succeed in this business. This is not a job where you just show up Monday morning, you go through the motions, half the day you're on Facebook. No, this is not that type of gig. You've got to be into it, guys. And Vic and I are going to provide you with the strategies how you can get into it, how you can get yourself in the right frequency. Hold on one second, guys. I'm going to do this. I think it's easier if I just look at this screen for your comments. I think it's easier. Hey, Kevin, I appreciate you, brother. Again, can I share something else with you guys? We're going to get into some meat here, but can I just give me 30 seconds? When I jumped online, January 2013, I had some doubts that I would really kind of get it. And I'm not talking about the strategies and tactics, because see, I was from corporate America. I know how to learn stuff, but I knew that people like Vic, other mentors that I looked up to, I knew that they had this way of thinking. Guys, I knew that. And I was fortunate because I remember, okay, and everything that I'm telling you here, guys, this is not just BSing. This is stuff that if you embed this in your subconscious, you're going to break through. You're going to, by default. I can remember it was April 2013. I think that was my first event ever. I was on Vic's team in Chicago, Empower Network, my first event. And I remember meeting Vic for the first time ever. I'm in this hallway. I think they had like 5,000-6,000 people at that event. And I was in this room, this big room, whatever, like the lobby, whatever. And I see Vic walking from a distance, and he couldn't get very far. Okay. Excuse me, guys. I'm telling you, it was worse back then. Everywhere Vic went, there would be a crowd of people around him. It was ridiculous, And I remember him walking my way, and I went up to him, and I introduced myself, this and that, and I guess he was checking the stats. Well, again, for Big Idea Mastermind, he had an eye on the stats, so he knew that I had earned a couple bucks. And I remember him looking me dead in the eye, and he said, Miles, you are going to be a $100,000 a month earner. And I was like, really? I mean, I was like, first of all, guys, I did well in real estate, but I couldn't imagine $100,000 a month doing what? I couldn't imagine. But you know what? When we had a little conversation, when he walked away, I said, he believes that. I mean, I might not necessarily believe it right now, but I told Sonia, I said, that guy, Vic, he just, what he just told me? He believes that. So I said to myself, if Vic believes that about me, he believed that 4 years ago, why shouldn't I? Maybe he sees something in me that I don't see in myself right now. Just like I see something in all of you that you don't see in yourself right now. Do you understand what I'm saying, team? Do you really understand what I'm saying? Let's get into it. So, guys, today's outcome, you got to have an outcome for whatever you're doing. Is really how to prep and leverage a 7-figure launch. Simple, really. I'm not saying that's simple, but I mean, just to the point, how we can prep as a team and leverage this mega launch that Vic is doing. So that's what I want to zero in on, and then we're gonna talk about traffic. Vic is gonna talk about traffic also, like in a day or two. Just remind me, I need to do something. Kevin, I'm looking at your comments here. The replay for this morning. It's in other words, it was on the same platform that Vic was hosting the 8 o'clock one. It will be put up. It will be put up. Okay, it'll be separated, so it should probably be up sometime late tonight. Okay, so where was I? Yeah, so yeah, we're gonna talk about traffic. A couple of you guys had questions in the group. I'm gonna answer those. Guys, as far as traffic, I really can tell you all you want to know, from a 30,000 foot level. I mean, I can't tell you the inner workings of Facebook because that wouldn't be fair to everybody. I'd be here for an hour. Excuse me. Not everybody wants to cover Facebook. Not everybody wants to cover Bing. You guys understand that, right? We'll be here all night. So, but we can talk about it from a 30,000 foot view. Okay. Before I continue, I'd like to give a shout out and congratulations to Mr. Dan Ryder. I don't know if Dan is here. Dan was the winner of the Bora trip, I believe, on the on the e-commerce side for Techademics. So shout out to Dan. Hey Dan, if you're listening, watching the recordings, again, Sonia and I were talking about this earlier. Yeah, guys, we discuss you guys. This is a team. This is a family. We talk about you guys. Okay, we talk about how we can help the team. Anyway, Dan, you know what's up, brother. Okay, the winner of that board trip, you have it now. Do you know what I mean by you have it? You have your story. You have that catalyst, okay, where everything can flourish from there. Again, those of you that haven't won something or made a lot of money, you have a story still. Or you can leverage someone else's story. Or you can leverage, we're going to talk about that. How to leverage other people's success. How to leverage the team. But again, the minute you guys have a little success, and guys, listen, it could be that you did some campaign and you had 100 leads in one day. Or 50 leads in one day. That's a story. Anyway, Dan's got a story he can use for the rest of his life. So, well done, brother. We do have a book of the month, guys. I'm not going to talk about it tonight. We'll have I'm not sure even if I gave you guys a repeat book from another month, but we'll have a new book for September. So whatever you're reading right now, you are reading, right? Whatever you're reading right now, continue, and we'll have a brand new book for the month of September. Okay? So here's what I'd like to do. I'm not sure if I should answer questions first. Here's what I'll do, guys. Let's do this, team. Which way do I want to do this? And I'm looking at time's sake too. I guess we'll do it this way. we'll just go, because I don't want to keep you guys here all night. Yeah, that will work. That's gonna work. Yep, that will work. I had some notes out of order that didn't quite make sense, so we'll save that. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna highlight that because I want to make sure that we cover that. Let me just put that in yellow too. Okay. All right. So, yeah, we'll save that. Give me a second, guys. I hear you, Kevin. I was telling Sonia we were on the plane because, you're tired after traveling. I said, sweetheart, I said, you know what? I said, there's no way I could do a hangout tonight if I didn't love what I do, if I wasn't passionate about this business, and cared about the team. There's no way. Like if I had to go to a job, when I get off the plane, I would have called out sick. What does that tell you, guys? If I had a job and, I say I work nights and, I got off the plane, had something quick to eat, I would have called out sick. Okay. But I'm not doing that with you guys. So guys, listen, talk about some topics, some team questions. I'm telling you guys, I believe, even though we're not going to be here for hours, I believe that what I'm going to give you tonight is, we'll have more hangouts, follow-ups, live streams, but what I'm going to give you tonight will be enough for you guys to get some good results with this loan. Between what I'm going to give you and what Vic is giving you, okay, on these live streams, guys, it's more than enough. I'm telling you, the people that don't follow Vic don't really follow him, and they're just like, whatever. They're just missing out. They just start. Anyway, topics and team questions. So guys, question for you, and I'm going to answer it, but question for all of you. What is the best way to leverage this launch? Now, there's different facets of that, or how could I say, avenues. It's not linear, okay? But again, we need to start somewhere. What is the best way to leverage this launch? Well, I'm going to tell you folks. The number one way is to listen to Vic. I'm going to say it again. The number one way to leverage this launch and be very successful with it, even if you're fairly new, is to listen to Vic. Here's the problem. You got 2 ears. You're listening to him, dual listening, okay? But many people are listening with 1 ear, okay? And it goes out the other ear. Listen, if Vic recommends that you do something and you didn't do it because of whatever, and yeah, guys, it could be costs. But wake up call, you're running a business here. Maybe you need to even borrow some money for a tool. Guys, I'm not telling you stuff because it's my opinion. Like, okay, maybe you need to borrow for some tools that we recommend you use. I'm not telling you that because that's my opinion, or I want to increase my MSIs. That's not what I'm telling you. I'm telling you because those are the rules of business. Any business. Okay, let's say this is a painting club. Painting. And I'm saying that because, we're in the process of getting our house painted on the inside. So I got painting on my mind. All right. This is a painting club. Now, they probably have those too. So we're all painters. House painters, not art. House painters. And we're really into it. We love painting. Here's the thing. We're getting ready to do a big commercial job. And what does that mean? We need more supplies. We need more paint. We need more brushes. We need all that stuff. And we're all in this club. And we're all going to be working on this big job, AKA big launch. Now, some people have came to me and said, Miles, I can't, I can't afford to buy any more brushes. I just can't afford to buy any more paint. It's expensive. What could I possibly tell those people? I mean, you can't participate. I mean, really, then you can't do your job. Now, there's always an option. The option is, well, they just don't participate. They just don't do this big painting job with us. This launch, I want all of you to participate. I think you're here because you want to participate. But I'm smart enough to know, I'm a pretty smart guy. I'm smart enough to know that even though you're all participating, some of you think that I can still do okay with some of the things that Vic recommends. Can you? I guess. I mean, you know what, guys? I really couldn't answer that because I've never not gotten what I needed or did what my mentor told me to do. I've always wanted to increase my chances for success. And some of the things are really obvious. So, like I said, I'm gonna say it one more time because, guys, that is a strategy. Because I'm telling you something, what Vic delivered the strategy and the mindset of what Vic delivered this afternoon earlier. That's what you need. You don't need to get real good with Facebook. You don't need to get real good with Bing. First of all, you don't have time. You need to implement what he was talking about. And not only that, you need to do that all the time. You need to do that even if we have a launch coming up the next 6 months. You need to be doing those things, what Vic talks about, for the 6 months preceding that launch. And then that traffic that you are generating, it's going to put your traffic on steroids, in a matter of speaking. So I'm going to say it one more time, and I'll keep repeating myself. You need to listen to Vic and do everything the guy tells you to do, everything he recommends that you purchase. Now, folks, I'm going to separate courses and tools because, again, yeah, we want to build that moral authority, okay, but you can still do some things very successfully without owning, that particular product that might be out of your budget range. That should not stop you from becoming a super affiliate. Yes, you'll do better by having the moral authority, but I believe you can still do good. We'll talk about that. However, the tools we recommend, without those, you're shooting yourself in the foot. And guys, I'll get right into it. There's only 3. There's the big 3. There's more, but there's the big 3. You folks as marketers, you should know what they are. Boom, just like that. At the top of your head, I shouldn't have to tell you what they are. You should know what they are. If you don't know what they are, you need to write these 3 tools down real big. Okay, write them big, like you're taking notes. Right? I mean, maybe even take a separate page and write the name real big, like this way on the page. All right, I'm going to give them to you in no particular order because to me, they're all equal. It's not like, well, this one's more important. No, they're all equal. You need these tools for the launch. I don't believe in doing things halfway. Started to say something else. I don't believe in doing things halfway. If you want to work with somebody that does things halfway, there's plenty of other sponsors out there that do that. I don't believe in that. I believe in doing things all the way and doing things correctly, giving myself the best chance to succeed. Okay, here they are. You need an autoresponder. Listen, you don't have an autoresponder, you need to be doing something else. You're in the wrong business. GetResponse is good. Aweber is good. I understand that the Aweber integration is not set up. Fine. Use GetResponse. You can import those leads to whatever else you want to use. If you think the deliverability is better on another autoresponder. So you need an autoresponder. Number 2, you need you do need a tracking service. Okay. The best out there, in my opinion, is ClickMagick. But what are we really using? Again, for the launch, what are we really using ClickMagick for? See, ClickMagick is not just a tracking software. What are we really using it for? What should you really be using it for? You should know this. You need to be able to create custom domains on the fly. Now, I used a lot of them. ClickMeter, Hypertracker, I think it was, Hyperlink. Anyway, maybe they did what ClickMagick does. I don't know, but I don't remember them giving me the ability to create a custom domain on the fly. Because here's the thing. Let's say you have a list of 1,000 people, and they're extremely targeted. They're like hungry for what this launch is going to present. They're hungry. Okay, very targeted. But what if, okay, as you are emailing them or the system is emailing them, we'll talk about that a little, because normally I would recommend that you guys really follow up with your list as you're cultivating it. But with this particular campaign launch, Vic is going to be following up on our behalf. And we don't want to confuse our list. Again, as a marketer, you need to take your business by the hand. And the first thing you should have done, I did it. Maybe most of you have already done it. The first thing you need to do is log into your own landing page for the launch. Okay, use a different email address, whatever, dummy, whatever. I mean, just look, guys. You're entrepreneurs. You're online. You should have multiple email addresses, and not just dummies, but multiple real ones, just different ones. Okay, and log in. And I'm sorry, yeah, log in, opt in, not log in, opt in, and get on your own 7-figure launch list. So you can see for yourself, not that we don't trust Vic, but he says he's going to mail, this guy's going to mail. But you want to see what he's mailing. You want to see the sequence. You want to see how often he's mailing. And as a smart marketer, you want to see how you can possibly interject one of your own broadcasts in there, okay, to leverage what he's doing, to make it a little more personable. Anyway, how are you going to know what he's doing unless you're on your own list? So you need to do that. All right. Now, here's the thing. Like I was saying, if you have this great list, and forget 1,000, let's say 100, you got a list of 100 people. They're targeted. They want what you are going to be delivering. However, as you're emailing them, okay, or broadcasting them, because Vic is going to be emailing on our behalf. It's going to be using Maripost. Maripost has great deliverability, okay, but you're going to also want to email your list or send them a broadcast to help. And the thing is, what if your emails are not getting delivered? Let's not even go there. Email deliverability has been a hot button among the 4%. People are always, you see it inside the Facebook group. Oh, I'm sending emails, they're not getting delivered, they're going to spam, blah, blah, blah. Okay. There's a lot of ways to increase email deliverability. This is not an email deliverability class. Okay. But one of the easiest and most effective ways is to create a new custom from domain. In other words, you guys should know this already. You create your custom domain. And then from that custom domain, you create a from email address. In other words, that from email address, let's talk about GetResponse. GetResponse is just emailing on your behalf. That's what they do. They're just emailing on your behalf. But the emails are being generated via your domain. So what's happening is you may have a domain you've been using for a while. Maybe you're in love with it. Okay. But how do you know that domain? Well, you can check, but that domain might have got blacklisted. It might have gotten gray listed. Who knows? Or not only that, that domain is associated with an IP address, one of GetResponse's IP addresses that are just not that responsive. Because here's the thing, guys, this is the problem with this industry. Most people don't know what they're doing. They mail to lists that are unresponsive. Okay, they're hurting GetResponse's reputation, and I don't mean reputation. I mean IP reputation. Reputation. Okay, so what are they going to do? I would do the same thing if I ran GetResponse. I'm going to put all those clueless marketers on a different server, because remember, it's not just us guys. GetResponse, Aweber, they have $1 million clients. You know that, right? And they don't want to affect the deliverability of their guys. That's just how it is. They're big player clients. They don't want to affect deliverability. So not getting delivered for whatever reason, they're going into the spam folders. That means your deliverability is not good. And if your deliverability is not good, GetResponse will know it. They'll see it. They're tracking stats all the time, and they will put you in a on a not so good server. And there's many strategies for getting out of that hole. But again, we don't have time to talk about that. Again, one of the easiest ways is to create a fresh domain. Okay. Listen, even though Vic is going to be mailing on our behalf, what did Vic do? He gave us swipe copies. And what did he tell us to do with those swipe copies? He told us to create hyperlinks within those swipe copies and put our link, our 4% affiliate link for the launch, right? Okay, well, you're not going to use your raw link ever. Even, guys, even embedded inside of an email, you still wouldn't use your raw link inside the email, because GetResponse is not stupid, okay? they're always looking at source code. Look, I could do it. If I take your email, okay, or your website, whatever, all I got to do is look at your source code, and I can see that you're using that 4% domain, which I would not do. Okay. But what if I took my raw link and I created a tracking link inside ClickMagick? But better yet, I created a custom domain like I did the other day. I think it's called Engineering Success Online. So what I do is, team, I take that domain, Engineering Success Online, and I embed that in my hyperlink. I don't even I don't use the raw link for the 4%, and I don't use ClickMagick's raw link. No, I use my custom domain. You can only do that. ClickMagick allows you to do that. Listen, guys, ClickMagick is not a, Miles, do I really need ClickMagick? Yes, you do. It's not an either or. Okay. And then the last one, ClickFunnels. Of course, you need to be able to create your own wrappers, your own landing pages. Yes, Vic has provided us with a landing page right now. But guys, we're just getting started. We're in the Vic calls it the pre-launch. We're in the pre-launch. Okay. Excuse me. So you are going to want to be able to create your own landing pages. Okay. You're going to need to do that, team. It's those three. Let's call that a trifecta. Those three, you need to have those, or you are not running your business like a real online entrepreneur. You're just kind of winging it. It's like a hobby. First of all, you should, guys, forget the launch. You should be creating custom landing pages left and right. It's a skill. You want to get good at creating these landing pages, split testing them, especially when you're driving your traffic. Okay. And how are you going to do that? Unless you have a software like ClickFunnels. Let's talk about Facebook for a second. Listen, I don't know what you guys are doing with Facebook, but hey, I would not. Let me check something, guys. I don't got my laptop here. Well, I do have it here, but it's not. Let me just give me a second, guys. Let me just check something real quick. I just want to examine what Vic. I'm a little tired, so I don't remember exactly the way he's got this thing set up. And we will have question and answer, guys. Okay. So here's the thing. Facebook, incredible platform. Say it one more time. Incredible platform. Highly complex. It really is. Simple to learn, but it's just so much to it, guys. And what I'm referring to is there's so many ways that your ads will not get shown. One way is they'll shut you down. You can shut down your ad account or the entire account. But let's say that you're one of the lucky, well, again, guys, I can show you guys how to never, ever get your ad account shut down. But this is not a Facebook class. Let's say you never get your ads shut down. Okay, what is the goal? The goal is for your ad to get shown, to be presented in front of your target audience. And depending on the content of the ad, Facebook may show it a lot or a little bit, or it's being shown to people that are clicking, but they're not buying. Does that sound familiar, guys? And again, depending on what your landing page is saying, if Facebook doesn't like what your landing page is saying, either they're going to ban your account or they're just not going to show it that much. And I'm looking at Vic's landing page. It's good. There's nothing here that I don't think would bother Facebook. Okay. However, I'm not going to say to do this right now, but you could put a landing page in front of this. Let's not do that right now. Hey, listen, unless Vic in the next day or two, unless Vic recommends it, I'm not saying to do that right now because I don't believe we have time. Let's work with what we have. In fact, Vic is engineering this. So guys, you don't really need to do anything. Okay, really just follow what he tells you to do. But getting back to ClickFunnels, guys, you need to be creating landing pages, testing them. Okay, and by the way, guys, that list that you have, you can send them other offers besides the 4%. Not right now. Don't confuse your list with anything. Listen, during this pre-launch, personally, that list that you're building, this new list you're building, whatever, I would not mail them anything else. I would not. I would not. Okay, so hold on, guys. So you need those three. If you do not have those three tools, I know everybody here has an autoresponder. If you do not have those three tools, you need to get them right now. You need to just bite the bullet, especially Click Magic. See, the reason why some people think I don't need Click Magic is because they think of it as just a tracker. It's not just a tracker, guys. And I already told you why you need it. So, hey, either you're going to listen to me or you're not. Just like I posted about 2 hours ago. Secret of success. Some will, some won't. It's really that simple. So let me go back here, guys. I want to let me refresh this. You should be. Can I tell you something, guys? At a minimum, I'll say it this way, team, because I could spend some time talking about this. If you are getting good deliverability, and your open rates are good, and maybe it is great, and you have a custom domain you've been using in all your emails, all your broadcasts, follow-ups, great. Don't change a thing. It's like, and I'm not a gambler. I guess it's like you're doing gambling or something. And if you're winning, let it ride. Okay, but if you're like most people, and your deliverability is not that good, you should be swapping out that domain at least once a month. So you figure that's 12 new domains a year, a minimum. So maybe you're using Work with Miles on all the emails that go out in September. Well, October, I shouldn't be using Work with Miles. I should be using something else. Okay. Now, here's the thing. They're still receiving an email from you. Your name is still attached, or maybe your name is not attached. Maybe your company name is attached. People really don't care what your from email address is. You should care, but they really don't care. Okay, because guess what? In the salutation of the email is going to say, thank you, Tom, or thank you. It's going to be your name. So that again, you should be swapping that out at least once a month. I mean, I know some big CPA, cost per action marketers that they swap out their custom domain once a week. And I don't hang around with them anymore, but I did at one time. These guys, these big CPA marketers, they were swapping out their custom domain or just a domain. Okay, they were swapping that out every single day. Yes, so they were buying a new domain every single day. Of course, they were generating like $100,000 a month, but you get my point, team. Okay, so let's move on here because I definitely want to talk to you guys about traffic. Okay, so let's move on, guys. And I'm going to combine some of the questions that some of you had. Again, I'm going to say it for the last time. And again, folks, hey, this is how I learn. Repetition, sometimes beating it in. See, you're not beating it into my brain. I get it, guys. I get it the first time. You're beating it into my subconscious. And I'm trying to beat it into your subconscious. Okay? One last time. Listen to Vic to the T. If you're not doing everything the guy recommends, and then your results are not that good, or you're not even learning you don't feel you've learned enough for what you were supposed to be learning, because you're not listening to him. It's that simple. Okay, number 2. What's the most effective traffic source to implement for the launch? Okay, that was a question. I'm sure there are many people here that have that question. Miles, what is the most effective traffic source to implement for the launch? I'll tell you what it is. It's your list. Your list, guys. Now you say, Miles, I don't have a list. Okay. Well, then you're not going to have the most effective job. It's your list, guys. Your list. Now, as I always say, and I know some of you have forgotten this, it's okay. I'm reminding you. If I say something, the first thing you should say to yourself, you don't got to say it out loud, but it's why. See, a lot of gurus and mentors will tell you something. They never tell you why. You're kind of just left, why should I do that? Doesn't make sense to me. Okay. But if at least if they told you why, it would make a little more sense. Now I'm going to tell you why. You still might not agree with it, but at least I'm going to tell you why. Okay. Especially with this launch. What is this launch, guys? This launch is based on a webinar. A webinar. Now, I love webinars. We've talked about how effective webinars are. There's a little problem with webinars. Webinars don't convert that well with cold traffic. Did you know that? They just don't. Now, that doesn't mean you can't use cold traffic. Of course, you can Facebook ads and solo ads and whatever else, okay? YouTube ads. But I'm just telling you guys, webinars do not convert that well, okay, with cold traffic. Now, does that mean that we should not be using cold traffic? No, you want to use cold traffic. I'm just letting you know the facts. What converts extremely well via webinars? Warm traffic. Why? Why is that? Well, because if you've done the things that I've been telling you to do, binding with your list, and again, guys, if you haven't been mailing your list much or it's a dead list, I'm not getting on your case, guys. It's okay. We all go through those periods. This is business, guys. I don't make the rules. I'm just the messenger. I'm just telling you how it is. Would you rather me lie to you to make you feel good? I'm telling you how it is. You can resurrect a dead list, but we don't have much time. Does that mean you should not mail that list? Well, of course not. Of course you should mail them. Maybe you have 100 subscribers. Maybe 75 are dead, but maybe the other 25 are alive and kicking. Okay? So again, why are they more effective? Because listen, if you have a list, if they've opted in, they're on your list, they're slightly warm just for opting in. Your job as a marketer is to warm them up more, get them hot, actually, turn them into raving fans, even if they didn't become customers yet. You really want them to be customers and raving fans, but maybe that didn't happen yet. So again, webinars are this is my opinion, team. Webinars are really designed for warm traffic. Does that mean we don't use cold traffic? No, we use cold traffic too. But think about it. Let's say all of you are on my list. Now, we have a good connection. We're all a team. But, let's say I'm communicating with my list the way I'm communicating with you. And I say, hey, guys, Miles here. And they know me now. I'm mailing all the time, good stuff. I say, hey, my mentor, my good buddy, Vic Stryzus, he's going to be hosting a webinar, Thursday night. I highly recommend you guys attend. What do you think they're going to do? Unless they're really, really busy, they're going to attend because I've already built a relationship with them. Okay? Or they allowed me to build a relationship with them. Warm traffic. Now, so again, the number one source is your list. Okay, so what's the next best? Miles, okay, my list is a little bit dead. It's a little bit cold. Okay. We okay? I'm looking at Gil's. He said he thought the hangout ended. Everything good, guys? No problem, Gil. We're still here, brother. We're still here. Getting to the good stuff. The comments that you guys have or questions in the chat, I'll come back to those. I will. I'll come back to those very soon. So I'm just going to run through the gamut here because I know what most people, I'm not just talking about people on the team. I'm talking about people in 4%. I know what they're most likely going to be doing. I know what most of you want to do. And I have a very good idea what Vic is going to be doing as far as traffic. However, I will wait for Vic to tell you that. That's not my job to sit here and tell you whether Vic is going to be doing solo ads or Facebook ads or whatever. I'll let him tell you that. Okay. So in my opinion, okay, besides your list, because guys, we're dealing with a webinar. See, traffic is gonna, guys, traffic, it's a tool, and you're gonna utilize that tool according to the job, just like a hammer or a saw. You're gonna use it according to the job. So, what is the job? What job are we doing, guys? We're launching, and the platform we're using to launch is a webinar. So these traffic sources are going to react differently because we're sending people to a webinar. We're sending cold traffic to a webinar. But here's the beautiful part and why you guys should feel so blessed, because Vic is a master marketer and he's going to send them through a kick butt funnel that is going to warm them up. Yeah. So, and these are not really in any particular order, guys. So I know you'll start thinking right away that, okay, so this one's the best. No. Let's talk real quickly about paid traffic. We're going to talk about organic free traffic. And I'm just going to go through these. And then, based on the questions I got, we'll break down certain ones. And then I will also look at your questions or comments because I'm looking at the screen over here. Okay? All right. So, paid traffic. When it comes to paid traffic, what do I recommend? Well, I'm sure you guys can kind of guess. I recommend Facebook. Okay. Facebook PPC, not just Facebook PPC. Google and YouTube PPC, of course. Okay. I recommend that. Again, those are different animals. Google, depending on what you're talking about, you probably can't promote it on that platform, especially make money online type of things. But anyway, I don't think there's anybody here running Google AdWords. I don't think so. I'm just going over some paid traffic, guys. Let's go. Solo ads. Okay. A lot of you have blacklisted solo ads. That's fine. I still like them. Long as I know the list that I'm tapping into is good. Okay. Let's see. Pay-per-click platforms. I already mentioned Google AdWords, Facebook. Losing my voice. Facebook, Yahoo, Bing. Well, Yahoo and Bing are the same. The Yahoo and Bing network. I want to caution you a little about Bing. Charles, I don't know if you're listening. We're going to talk about that. I used to utilize 7 Search a lot. Listen, oh, by the way, guys, if any of you are using 7 Search, that is a PPC platform, sort of like Bing. They have crazy. They have ceased operations as of July 31st. In other words, they're not taking on any more advertisers or publishers at all. So if you got something running, I think they might reimburse you or something. But in layman's terms, 7 Search is done. Okay, so can't use that. Banner ads, okay. Instagram shout outs, sponsor listings, aka media buys. Those would be my top paid traffic sources. But you guys want to know, okay, great, Miles. What do you recommend for the launch? What's quick? Because again, we don't have much time. Guys, I really needed to go over the top ones that I use first, and then we can kind of backtrack into what's the quickest and most effective, so you guys can get some people to that webinar. That's all. So you guys can get some people to that to that webinar. Oh man, I'm losing it. And of course, I'll tell you what they are. No certain order. Facebook. Okay. You knew I was going to say that, right? Solo ads. And as far as paid traffic, that's about it. Unless you you can tap into some Instagram influencers. You can tap into their account and you can pay for a shout out. That's guys. Guys, the first webinar, the pre-webinar is Thursday, so we need to move quick. Banner ads, it's going to take too long. Media buy, it's going to take too long. Plus, it's expensive. Bing, it's going to take too long because here's the thing about Bing. Bing, if you don't know, guys, Bing is Yep, Kevin. Yep. Udemy. Right. Exactly. Solo ads. They can deliver pretty quick. Again, listen, guys. I don't care where you get the solo ads from. You guys have a secret connection, whatever. I don't care where you get them from. I'm just saying they're quick. Okay. Now back to Bing. Excuse me. Bing is good. It's a good platform, but you got to understand something, folks. Bing, in a matter of speaking, is Google's little brother. They're not connected, guys. But Bing. Think of Bing as Google's little brother. And I say that because the search volume is very it's low. It's not like Google where like the search volume is high. Now I will agree. You're going to have a lower CPC, cost per click, which is good. Google is going to cost you a lot more. It's more expensive. It's going to be lower. So again, the search volume is not that great. So, it's going to take a while. But the beautiful thing about guys, so again, even if there's some downsides, you always got to look at the pluses. No matter what you're doing, there's pluses, there's minuses. Here's the plus about Bing. Here's what I like about Bing. The cost is lower, okay, which is going to allow you to test your ad copy, your keywords before moving over to Google. And the reason why I said moving over, because if I was going to use Google AdWords, I'm writing ad copy, I'm setting up campaigns, I would test them first in Bing. If I can, listen, guys, if I can get them to convert in Bing, oh man, I know they're going to convert in Google using Google AdWords. So use Bing as like a testing ground. Think of Bing as Google's little brother. However, having said that, we don't have time to do, again, you know what? You can do some testing because this launch is going to go on for like 2-3 weeks. But I'm saying leading up to Thursday, you don't really have time. You can do some Bing testing in the background. Charles, that's actually for you, brother, because I knew you had some questions about that. But don't really count on generating it, traffic for Thursday or even maybe next week. Facebook PPC, it's very effective if you know what you're doing and you're really, really targeting, and your ad copy is good, but you need to watch your budget. It can get expensive, right, Kevin? It can get expensive. Let's see. There was a question here from somebody. Someone, I don't know who it was, but they were saying, Miles, any pointers, tips, and strategies that you can give us for Facebook? I know everybody's excited about Facebook, and you should be. It's a great platform. As far as the ad copy, social proof is great. It's just, and if you don't have it, leverage somebody else's. I'm telling you guys, it works. But I will caution you, especially when it comes to make money online type of things. This is not an ad copy course or a copywriting course, all right, session. But I will tell you, one of the number one things that YouTube does not like, even though a lot of people get away with it, they don't like when you use the word you. You can make this amount of money. You can lose this much weight. You can't make claims on Facebook, guys. And even if you're not making claims, and again, there's a lot of ads out there that you'll see the word you, and they're not, they're not being, the ad's not being banned, but Google will ban many of those ads that were using the word you. They don't like it. It's just that those ads are getting away with it. Okay, I wouldn't play with Facebook. Facebook can be a highly effective income stream or method for creating an income stream, and you don't want to blow it, guys. So we can talk more about Facebook on another night, but there's do's and don'ts of Facebook. Again, I mentioned social proof, focusing on what you, okay. I said don't use that word in your ad copy, and I know it's hard to write an ad without using it, but you should try. There's ways of doing it. Instead, what you could focus on is, you always want to focus on, in other words, if you're talking about social proof, and I wish I had an ad to show you, but if you're talking about social proof, if you're talking about, especially when it comes to the make money online genre, okay, it's okay to talk about what you did. Like if you say, oh, I just recently earned X amount of dollars, or I just recently lost 20 pounds. It's okay if you're saying you did it. but you can't make claims that somebody else will. Or if you're talking about a group, you can say we, my team, our group, we just had a $50,000 weekend. How would you like me to show you how we did it? Those are the type of ads that Facebook likes, and they're very effective. Now, once you've dialed down your targeting, you've got your targeting dialed down. I like the age range of like 22 to 65. 22 and earlier, they don't have money. Really, they probably don't have credit cards. So between 22 and maybe 65 is okay. And men, women, that's up to you. I like targeting gurus. I like targeting people that other people are following. In other words, like if that guru does like kind of what you do. In other words, if that guru, okay. If the guru, this is a strategy I used years ago. If the guru is attracting the same type of audience that you want to attract, those people looking for ways to make money online, start a home business, if that guru has those type of people follow that guru, what you need to do is target that guru. And it's better if the guru has a Facebook page, and most of them do. So what you would be doing is, when you do your search, looking for your precise interests, I don't know if Facebook still uses that term, but precise interest for your targeting, you want to target that guru, okay? And by targeting that guru's page, you're targeting all the people that follow him or her. You follow me? I used to kill it with that strategy. But guys, Facebook changes so much. You need to really test that. Facebook changes like almost every day. Am I right? So that's a little bit tips for Facebook. And then I'm going to answer your questions directly. I'm not looking at them right now. Organic. Let's talk about organic because I think a lot of people are going to focus on organic because it's free. Let's zip through them real quick. YouTube. Instagram. Okay. I mean, Instagram is free as far as I know. SEO. It's free. Takes forever, to marinate. Facebook. Facebook is free, depending on how you use it. Your personal wall. A lot of you don't like to post on your wall. Not sure why. Facebook really doesn't care. Your fan page, which all of you should have. Every single person here should have a fan page. Why not? You're a person. You're not going to generate fans unless you create a page first. And then, of course, Facebook groups. Now, Facebook groups, your personal wall, even a fan page, unless you've started to build a reputation, they're not that effective, but still, you'll still get some traffic. It's better than nothing. And it's just that they take longer. Any free or organic traffic is going to be slower. And because we're in the midst of a launch, we just don't have time, guys. However, as a smart marketer and business person, does that mean you should take the attitude, well, since I don't got time to do that, I'm not going to do it? No. That's what the average old marketer does. That's what the average affiliate or 4% partner would do. They figure, well, I don't got time to do it, so I'm not going to bother. No, do it. Even though those leads that you would be generating, maybe you won't be able to generate them by the time of the webinar, still do it. Okay, I talked about the tools. I'll remind you again, ClickMagick, ClickFunnels, Autoresponder. If you're missing one of those, and again, especially ClickMagick, domain creation at the drop of a hat is extremely important. So if you're missing one of those, you know why your business is not doing that well. You don't need to ask me. You need to say, Miles, what am I not doing, Miles? What am I missing, Miles? You don't need to ask me. You already know. You need to have those three, and you need to be utilizing them. And we talk about all three. Vic talks about all three. Okay. Now, I wanted to let you guys know, or I wanted to make a statement. It's always better to focus on strategy versus the kind of traffic source. Fine, pick one. Okay. But once you've done that, you need to focus on strategy. For example, We have time to do this. Maybe we won't have time by Thursday, but we'll have time. Again, this is going to go and like until the 15th or 16th. You're cultivating this list. Even though Vic is going to be sending follow-ups, we will, at the right time, want to send a few broadcasts to our list. Listen, guys, we could do a team public hangout. Not like this. A team public hangout where we have team members on here. And we're, guys, you see how I get team? Because it's right here. It's right here what you need to do. And some of you are not doing it or you're not getting it. You have it all. You guys, seriously, you all have enough to create multi-million-dollar businesses. I'm not exaggerating. You have enough here to create multi-million-dollar businesses. I'm not talking overnight, but you have enough here. It's strategy. We could have a team hangout where we're all on the hangout, not just me sitting here by myself. And what are we talking about? We're talking about how we're going to engineer the launch. We're talking about it. We're talking about it. And people want to be part of something, don't you? You want to be part of this. Listen, I have people contact me every day. Guys, I just had a lady early today. Got off the plane. She's in the 4%. She wants to join our team. I told her she can't because she already has a sponsor. You're already sponsored by somebody else. I don't cross recruit. If she makes the decision on her own to quit and refund and come back in, I can't control that, but I'm not telling her to do that. But my point is, guys, Vic taught me this 4 years ago. People want to be part of something. And it's not just having a sponsor who's there for them. It's more than that. It's not just me. People want to be part of a team. Okay? Now, if we did like a public hangout where and the public hangout would be, we're sitting here as professionals talking about how we're going to engineer the launch. We're just having the discussion. Okay? We shoot that. And then all of us can use that and mail it to our list. This way, our list can see how we get down. You know what I mean? They can see how we get down as a team. They'll want to be part of that. Say, listen, we're doing this launch. And, I'd love for you to participate with us. I'm part of a team, as you can see, and I'd love for you to be part of my team. You wouldn't be going through this launch alone. You would be part of, Kevin, or McCoy, whoever. McCoy's mailing his list with this team public hangout that we did. That's what works in this business, guys. So just an idea, guys, something we could do. See what else? List cultivation. Again, I already talked about this. The average webinar only converts around, well, maybe I didn't tell you, but the average webinar only converts around 30%. And that's a good one, only around 30%. Okay. And that's with warm traffic. So imagine if the traffic is cold, that percentage is going to drop significantly. But however, we're talking about Vic here. He's going to put them through a pretty badass funnel. It's going to warm them up and hopefully keep them warm. One last thing I want to share with you guys. You all know this. Your conversion rate, the better it is, it equals money. It's not just a metric. Your conversion rate equals money in your bank account. And your conversion rate is going to be higher if you own the product that you are selling. That's all I'm going to say. It's just that simple. You okay with $1,000 a month? Cool. Maybe you could have made $4,000 that month, or 5 or 10. But again, your conversion rate is going to be tied to if you have that moral authority on the product. You could try winging it or just talking about a product that you don't even know what's in it, but that's not a road you want to go down, folks, as far as building your business. So I know Vic said you can promote products without owning them, but if there's just no way in heck you can purchase, I'll get right to it, guys. And I know Vic is going to have a financing plan. If there is no way in heck that you're able to purchase e-commerce entrepreneur, e-com entrepreneur, there's no way. I'd find a way to at least leverage somebody else's course. Just at least find out what's in it. But again, it's about investing in your business team, and you guys know that. It's about investing in the business. Now, I think I answered some of these questions already because there were some questions for the team, and I think I kind of answered them already. But I'm going to let's see. Is there any left? I know Charles had a question. Are you here, Charles? I didn't see you on the chat. Maybe he's not here. Anyway, he was asking about eStage. Vic talked about eStage earlier. Implementing eStage in this launch. Again, guys, I mean, it's great, but eStage would be something you would really use on the back end. Because again, if you go and set up eStage like tomorrow and there's no content there, it really does you no good. You need to have some content there. Again, if you already have eStage set up and you have content there, great. You know, these subscribers that you're building up, this new list that you created in Get Response, right? You created a new separate list for the launch. You can certainly drive those people are warm. You can drive them to your eStage blog. But I think Charles was asking me about the blog structure, like categorizing. I really can't answer that for you right now, Charles. I mean, I'd have to really see what you're doing, but I'll tell you, brother, blog structure is not really that important. Don't focus on that right now. If your blog is set up, just get some good content in there. Get some videos in there. So when they do land on your blog, you send them there. They can get to know you. You can talk about this launch. Why? You can talk about why they should be participating in why participating in this launch will be good for them. Okay. But again, Vic will instruct more as far as how he's going to use eStage with this launch. So just wait for Vic on that. Let's see. Gil had a question about Get Response. I'm not sure if I answered it. I think I kind of, but I'm just going to go over it. Gil was saying on my Get Response account, I have a campaign with multiple subscribers. And again, the reason why I'm using Gil's question out loud is because I know many of you are in the same boat. So you all should just hear it. He's got a Get Response account, multiple subscribers. He says, I didn't know how to utilize it, and unfortunately, I haven't done anything with it. Okay. So in other words, he really hasn't been mailing his list or engaging. He wants to know, should I use that campaign list for this pre-launch? Here's what I would do, Gil. And maybe you've already done this. And again, I didn't look at it this way when I first started building a team, but I need to look at this way now so I can be a better sponsor partner for you guys. I do need to look at myself as a teacher, even though I was always uncomfortable with that term teacher. I don't know why, I just was. But I do need to look at myself as a teacher, because if I do that, some of the things that I take for granted, it's bad if I take it for granted. Because if I'm taking it for granted, maybe you don't know it. You follow me? So I shouldn't take for granted what you don't know, whatever. So again, here's what I would do, Gil. I would mail that list, and maybe you've already thought of this. I would send an email to that list, okay, for the webinar. And definitely, I don't care if they're dead. I don't care if they're the Walking Dead. They opted in at one time, and I would send them. You can use the swipe that Vic gave you, the swipe file, and the goal is to get them to opt in, and register. Excuse me, guys. Register for the webinar. But thinking strategically, think beyond that. We're not just getting them to register for the webinar. That will also tell us who's still interested, who's still alive, who is still interested in receiving your emails, and depending on the size of that list, what I would, and how old it is, how unresponsive it is, what I would do is From this new list, I would be building from your current. I'm extracting from your. You would be extracting from your current list, and you would be building a new list. Let's just say for giggles, you had 100 people on that list that you consider is dead, and you sent them your link to register, and let's say 20 people registered. Well, those 20 people, that's a brand new list, and now that you got that brand new list, I wouldn't make the mistake that you made before. I would really engage these people. But here's the thing, because of the way Vic is setting this up, you don't need to engage with them much. Vic is going to be doing that, sending them to the follow-up. I'm really talking about after the launch. Remember, guys, I talked about after launch? See, I haven't heard Vic mention that term or nobody else. I call it after launch, okay? What are we going to do with those people that maybe went through the webinar or maybe never saw the webinar? Okay, we call it after launch. At that point, brother, you are going to want to put on your marketing hat, and you are going to want to email those people, start broadcasting them. Because now the launch period's over, the product has been released, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so anyway, Gil, to answer your question, yeah, mail your list. Okay, I don't care how, and you're going to get some unsubscribes. Great, you will. Because they're going to forget they ever opted in, and they're going to unsubscribe. You might get a complaint here and there. We don't care. At the same time, you'll be cleaning your list. Okay? You'll be building a new list, and you'll be cleaning your list. That were two questions we had. You like that, Richard, huh? Okay, great. I have a question. Now, Miles has a question for you guys. And my question is, how many of you have a Facebook group or some type of community? If you do, you know the deal. You know that that's your Facebook group. Nobody forced them to be there. They're there. So you need to let those people know. I'll even go as far to call it spam. It's your group. So your link. So because of that, it's not spamming. It's your group. You can do whatever you want in your group. They don't like it. They know where the door is. So you should be posting in your group about this webinar on Thursday, multiple times a day if you want to. Okay, and you want to position it properly. You don't just say go here. Tell them the reason why they should be attending this webinar. Okay, all right, and you can do Facebook Lives inside your group. Listen, you can't create a group unless there's one person. Whenever I create a group, the first person I add is my wife. You can't. Facebook won't let you create a group unless you add one person. My point is, team, if you have one person in your group, okay, you should be serving that group. You should be feeding that group. You have a group. And trust me, if you do the right thing, you will have like 100 requests pending to get in your group like I do. And I have not accepted any of those people. And I won't. Because to get in our group, you need to be a member of the 4%, either sponsored by me or somebody sponsored by one of you, and a paid member. I was starting to let some of my free members in now, but I'm not even doing that. Strictly paid, pro level members, people that are serious. Listen, if you're a free member of the 4%, which is really going away, you're a free member, you want to hang out, I'll create a separate group just for you guys. But look, this group is for professionals, people that have no time to mess around, have no time to play. They have families, they have responsibilities. They want and need to make this business work. Those are the type of people I want to work with. Simple as that. Let's see. So, okay, let me give you the homework real quick, and then I'm going to go to the chat. We're going to talk, team. We're basically done. If you know this, and I hope you picked this up, mainly I talked about strategy. Because again, let me just bring it home for some of you. I know we have two camps. Some of the people are just, they just believe that traffic is the key. And some are like, no, I know there's more to it. So as far as traffic, what is today? It's 12:01 a.m. now here. So it's actually Wednesday already. So we have, I can tell you, because I got Vic's landing page open. Let me refresh this bad boy. We have 1 day and 20 hours left before the webinar on Thursday. 1 hour, 1 day and 20 hours left. So what does that mean? That means we don't have a lot of time, team. So within that time, what would I do? Okay, what am I going to do? I would run some Facebook ads. If it's within your budget, I would run some Facebook ads. Okay, they're effective. I would also, okay, as long as I trust the vendor, as long as he or she has a decent list and can deliver timely, I would run some solo ads. Okay, remember your Facebook ads. That's cold traffic. Your solo ads, that's cold traffic. But we are going to put through, where Vic is going to put them through a funnel that's going to warm them up. We just want to get them to the webinar. Okay, guys, with the time that we have, as far as paid traffic, that's all I would really do. Hold on, guys. Vic's talking in the background. That's all I would really do. Now, again, as I said earlier, if you were listening, as far as organic traffic, knock yourself out. I would do a ton of it as long as you have time. I wouldn't spam. Okay, I wouldn't spam, but I would strategically post on Facebook. Even your Facebook wall, I'd post on your wall, but not too much. And try to create. I know Vic has some swipes. That's cool. But team, come on. Everybody else is using those swipes. I would post, like you saw, I posted on my wall, post my link, custom domain, okay? And I would create like a little story around the launch. Something, you got to be creative, guys. And you listen, you know how you get good at create. You know how do you increase your creativity? By doing it, by posting, okay? And I would post on my fan page. I would post in my groups. Again, as far as your groups, knock yourself out. The groups that you own. Now, as far as Facebook groups posting, I will tell you guys, I think I might hurt some feelings here, but I'll tell you. It doesn't hurt to post in those groups. There's thousands of them. It doesn't hurt, but it's not very effective. And for it to be, here's the catch-22, guys. Those Facebook groups. For it to be effective, you need to post a lot and multiple times, because you post, it's like Craigslist. You post something, 50 more people post after you, your post gets pushed down. So you need to post multiple times. Here's the catch-22. If you post multiple times, you're spamming. They may even kick you out. So it's like a no-win. Now, but if your budget's low and that's all you have, go ahead and post in those groups, but don't post too much. A better strategy is, instead of taking one group and just posting in it over and over, post one or two times in different groups. In other words, instead of posting 1,000 times in one group, I would post one time in 1,000 groups. You follow me? And you know, there's automated software for that. I'm not recommending any because I don't use it. You got to be careful with that too. But again, if you're going to do the Facebook posting group strategy, that's what I would recommend. Oh yes, Eugene just reminded me. Thank you for reminding me, brother. Create an event. Whenever I've done webinars, I know Vic and I did a webinar when Vic launched the 4%. Vic and I hosted a webinar together, and I actually, Sonia did it from. Sonia created an event. Create events, especially for webinars. Always, you can create events for anything, but definitely, guys, you want to create an event. Okay, easy to do, very easy. So go ahead and do that. Invite all your friends. Okay, so that you want to do. And I'm glad he reminded me, because I want to create one for myself. I want to create an event. Let's see. And there's time, guys. You have time. I mean, it doesn't take long to do, and people just invite them. You know, you invite people, and there you go. Let's see. Was there anything else that I wanted to cover for now? Because again, guys, to get into the nitty-gritty of traffic strategies, that takes time. I've spent quite a bit of time on it tonight. Now, those strategies, to me, team, and Vic will agree with this also. The traffic strategies are secondary. They're very important, but they're secondary. The strategy and the pre-framing and the mindset that you need to get into, that's primary. That's number one. That's the stuff that should really be talked about. You know? So let's do this. Let's do this. Let's see. Let me see. Let's do this. Let me close that. No, I'm gonna leave that open. I might need that. Let me leave that open. So what I'm gonna do, guys, I'm gonna talk to you guys. I've been kind of talking at you. I wanna talk to you guys. Let's see. Okay, I'm looking at your comments here, guys. You see me looking down. Eugene reminded all of you should create an event, every single one of you. So thanks for that reminder, Eugene. Let's see. Hopefully my chat works because it's just weird. It kind of just pops back up. It doesn't let you see all the older comments. Okay. So as I see them, I'm just going to talk about them. We'll comment. You guys can comment also because I'm looking at two screens. Kevin says, do you guys already know Facebook ads? Okay, now team, I'm going to read these as you write them. So if it doesn't sound right, it's because it's the way you wrote them, okay? Do you guys already know Facebook ads pretty good or no? Okay, I guess this was just a general question for the team. I'll answer that, Kevin, for myself. I know them pretty good. I have a team that's running my Facebook ads right now, but not totally. I'm a hands-on type of guy. I do some myself, and I'm very much involved. Am I running right now Facebook ads for the webinar? The answer is no, not because they're not good, because I was in Arizona. I kind of really didn't have time. I am buying some traffic. I am, I'm purchasing some clicks via solo ad, not a lot. Because here's the thing, guys, if it's a good vendor, they can't deliver that much between now and Thursday. So if somebody tells you they can deliver 2,000-3,000 clicks, you know they're not that good. Unless, well, there might be one or two people that can do that if they're not real busy right now, but that's pretty unlikely. More like somebody could probably deliver between 500 and 1,000 clicks in time for Thursday. Ideally, my cutoff would be if I was talking to a vendor, I would say, listen, I need to have these clicks delivered by like 3 o'clock or 6 o'clock Eastern time Thursday. That's my cutoff. They got to be delivered. Because again, you want to give people enough time to register and get on your list. So that's, kind of common sense. Let's see. Kevin's got another comment here. Oh, and also make sure to cross interest. Okay. I agree, Kevin. Cross interest is great. Yep, cross interest with different gurus. They're like in the same same category, the same industry. Great idea. Again, we could talk about Facebook strategies like for an hour or more. Let's see. I'm looking at Kevin's comments again. I can shoot a quick video. Yeah, team, listen. If you guys can contribute in any way, shooting a video, a training video. Again, there's so much knowledge here on this team. Again, I like to think of ourselves not just a team, but a mastermind. Again, all the successful people that Napoleon Hill interviewed for Think and Grow Rich. I believe there was over 500 people he interviewed. The one thing they all had in common is they were part of a mastermind. 10 brains, 100 brains is better than one. So if anybody here wants to, contribute, shoot a training video for the team, please do it. Okay, please do. Let's see. You're right. I know Udemy can deliver some clicks pretty fast, and some of them are decent. You just got to be careful. You need to really go through and vet these people, or maybe if there's somebody you've already worked with in the past, them. Great. I have about $600 or $700 in credit for Udemy. I could just cash out, or I'm just leaving it there. And I will be purchasing some traffic from Udemy. I just need to sit down and research a few people. But yeah, it's a good place to go. Again, just you got to do your homework. You got to do your homework. Let's see. Again, I'm looking at Kevin's comments here, which are really great. And what is the what's the theme here, guys? If you guys are looking at Kevin's questions, or not questions, his statements, okay, what is the theme? The theme is that if you're going to use Facebook, it involves testing. It's a great platform. Listen, if you've already been testing, you've been using it for a while, you're ready to go, I would say. But if you're like, okay, Miles, I think I'm going to use Facebook. Haven't used it much, but I'm going to use Facebook for this launch. Well, I think you're a little late is what I'm saying. Am I saying don't run Facebook ads? No. Start with $5 or $10 a day. Who knows? I mean, maybe you got a knack for it, or maybe not. Maybe, possibly you'll end up targeting the right people, because again, you may get opt-ins. I know you'll get clicks. You may get opt-ins, but you want people opting in that really want to go to this webinar. They're not just curious. Guys, it's not free, so you don't want to waste your money on people that are not really targeted. Okay. Yeah, Gil, last week or the week before, I did a hangout for the 7 commandments. That was on a different hangout. So, you know what? I'm wondering, Gil, you might have been on the wrong hangout. Maybe you didn't refresh. You might have been on last week's hangout. So, what I'm going to start doing, guys, I'm going to make sure that I remove last week's hangout from this platform, because I don't want to confuse you guys, and like you'll be looking at last week's hangout and you're not here live with us. Okay, so I'll make sure I take care of that. Conversions or engagement ads? Oh, that's easy, Eugene. not really, but okay. For what we're doing, okay, you want to use conversion ads. Do not use engagement. Engagement is more of a long range strategy. Engagement's great for your fan page to get some activity, so some buzz on your fan page. That's not what we're doing here. So I would definitely go with conversions. I love having a custom domain. Okay, congratulations, Dan. Blah, blah, okay, all right, let's do this, team. Okay, let's do this. Since the way my chat works, let's see. Kevin is saying no time to do conversion ads. So Kevin, you're saying your take on this is that you feel engagement only. At least that's what I'm doing. Okay, so let me ask you this, Kevin, because again, I know you do have some more Facebook experience than the majority of us, which is fine, which is great. I think that the team, I mean, I would think that there's team members here that are strong in this area, somebody's strong in this area, and blah, blah, blah. Again, that would make a really powerful mastermind. My question is, let me throw it back at you. My question is, I know what engagement ads, again, I know how that pixel is being used if you're using engagement ads. My question to you is, you feel those people are converting better? In other words, you're trying to sell stuff. So you're trying to sell something. In this case, we're talking about a webinar. We're not really selling anything. We're just trying to get them to the webinar. So, okay, let me ask the question this way. This is probably where I'm seeing the difference. Here's the thing. I know you've been running Facebook ads for a while, which is great. I know you do a lot with e-commerce. For this webinar, for driving people to this webinar, are you seeing better conversions? Are you seeing better conversions using engagements versus conversions for this webinar, for sending people through this funnel? Are you seeing them better? I know what you were doing before with e-commerce. You probably would see better engagements depending on what you're doing. Okay. But again, I'm just talking about this webinar. I guess what I'm asking, Kevin, have you tested it enough? The test that you're running, the ads that you're running right now, are you getting better results from engagement? Sending people to the webinar. Okay, basically no place to put. Let me refresh my screen. Okay. Oh, that's why I didn't see it because I didn't go down far enough. Hey, Lucky, appreciate you, brother. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm surprised I'm still awake. I'm beat. Okay, basically no place to put a pixel to gather data in time. Okay. Okay, fine. Hey, Kevin, great. I'll go with that because I agree. I agree. One of the biggest things with Facebook is, again, that pixel, having it time to marinate and start to build and gather data. Again, my whole thing, Kevin, when it comes to Facebook, because of what we're doing here, personally, okay, I don't think there's time at all. I don't think there's that much time at all, no matter what you're using, because the webinar is so soon. Now, if you think that there, because of the limited time we have, if you think that engagements will serve us better, great. Then I'll do that. Then I recommend the team to at least try it, test it, guys. Because again, guys, Kevin spent he's had his sleeves rolled up and has spent more times, in the trenches with Facebook ads than I have, at least recently. Years ago, I was using them a lot, but I really haven't done much with them in years, not really. And even though I'm using them now, I'm not the one doing it. I have a team that I hired to do that. Um, Now, like in my case, it's different because the ads that I've been running, okay, for the 4%, they've been converting really well. So, what am I going to do? Like my pixel is really warmed up. What am I going to do? Well, if I do run an ad, Facebook ad for this webinar, guess what I'm just gonna keep, for me, I'm just gonna keep it simple. And I believe in testing, testing, testing. What am I gonna do? I'm just gonna continue to send the new ad I create for this webinar. I'm gonna target the same people. I'm gonna target the same people I've been targeting for the 4%. Whatever my team has been targeting, I'm gonna target the same people because the thing is converting. Okay. And that's because and again, in the beginning, okay, so Kevin's 100% right. In the beginning, we weren't getting much engagement at all. And I was getting a little discouraged, but that pixel had to start to mature, had to kind of find its place. And of course, we've tweaked the ad many times. I know a lot of you have seen my ad. So that's what I would do. Okay, so brilliant. And like what Eugene just said, see, that's my philosophy. I'm the type of guy where I'll never like say, okay, this one is, especially what we do. I never really would say this one's better than this one. And again, we're working on a short window here, guys, so it's a little bit different. But normally, if we weren't working on such a short window, I would never say which one is better. You know what? You know which one I would say is better? I would let my results tell me which one is better. I would let my conversions, my cost per click, that tell me which is better. So, like Eugene just said, let's do both. Yeah, do both. What do you got to lose? If it's, you got the time, you got the budget, do both. And again, you'll know because again, like Kevin said, plus you always want to test yourself, guys. And again, here's one thing I can guarantee you. I can't guarantee you which one's going to work better. Here's one thing I can guarantee you. I guarantee you that you and Kevin will not be targeting I call them precise interests, will not be targeting the exact same interests. And because you're not, the results could be differently. So yeah, I would just test both. And whichever one is working better for you, I would scale that one up. Maybe I would shut the other ad down. Who knows? But guys, all this stuff I'm talking about, if you don't have a full-time job, maybe you got time to do it, but we don't have a lot of time. That's all. So, let's see. Okay, all right. Okay, I'm going to get a few clicks. Udemy, low clicks, run. Kevin, your strategy, I think, is perfect. I think it's perfect for the time frame of what we have, the window. Again, guys, I personally didn't want to get into the specifics, for this very reason, because again, I haven't really gotten to the nitty gritty of Facebook. Again, I probably know more about Facebook than like the average person. However, the people that are really doing it, like Kevin and other people, they know a lot more than me. Kevin, listen, brother, I can guarantee you, you know 10 times more about Facebook than Vic does. Okay, so what's that tell you? Okay, again, Vic and I were strategy guys. We look at the big picture. That's kind of like what we do. So, and again, it's good to have team members here that are like, and again, Vic talks about this all the time. Eventually, we all want to specialize in something. We want to be good at one thing. So, I have a certain thing I'm working on. Maybe you guys have a certain thing you're working on. So again, the last thing I wanted to say, guys, is as I said from the beginning, because again, we talked about organic. That's going to take longer. You can do it. It's free. It's no foul. You can make tons of mistakes because it's free. But when it comes to paid, what did I recommend from the top? From the very beginning, I recommended either Facebook or solo ads or both. Facebook and solo. It's not an either or. Well, it depends on your budget, guys. Facebook and solo ads. I have a feeling, I don't know this for sure, I have a feeling that when Vic reveals the sources he's going to be tapping into, it's either going to be Facebook with a little bit of retargeting and buying traffic, solo ads, or maybe even media buys. But that's my guess, team. Okay. So let's see. Okay, you know what, guys? I didn't give you that second part of the homework. So let me give that to you real quick, and then it's almost 12:30. Almost 12:30, so we're going to get ready to call it a night. Listen, guys, I could stay here all night with you guys. I really could. But here's one thing I know. Come tomorrow, I won't have a voice at all. I know I won't. And that just wouldn't be good. Because then I wouldn't be to participate in the homework. And hey, listen, guys, if I'm going to give you homework, I'm not just giving you homework. I'm doing it as well. Okay? So here it is. I think did I give you guys part 1 homework? I think I did. Anyway, here it is. Here it is. So you guys can probably guess what it is. I want all of you. Now, this is what I want. Doesn't mean I'm going to get it. Hey, team, I don't always get what I want, okay? But this is what I want. This is what I recommend you all do. Some will, some won't. Here's what I recommend. Shoot a video. Take out your phone. I don't want you to use a fancy camera. No, if you got one, fine. I don't want you to use a fancy camera. I want you to take out your phone. Okay? And I want you to shoot a video talking about the launch. Talking about, number 1, how excited you are to be participating in this. I mean, and guys, make it genuine. I mean, I'm excited. I think you can see that. Sonia and I even came back early. We were going to stay longer. We came back early to prepare for this launch. Speaking of that, that's going to be part of my angle. Guys, creativity. The reason why Vic is a multi-millionaire, not just because he's smart, is because he's a creative guy. He's a strategy guy. He's creative. You've got look. If you think you're not creative, you need to work on that. You need to be creative in this business. So anyway, like I don't need to think about it. I'll just do it on the fly. A lot of you guys can do that too. Shoot a video talking about why you're excited about the launch. Keep it like 2-3 minutes, maybe even 2 minutes. Break it in 2 parts. The first part is why you're excited about this launch. Why you're excited. And then the second part of the video, and this is all in like 2 minutes, okay, why you recommend that this person also attends the webinar. That's it. Boom. And, model what Vic did. Vic has videos all over. He's got videos. And, yeah, you can use Vic's video on YouTube, but do one yourself, because you're going to take that video, you're going to put it on Facebook, and you're also, you're also going to broadcast your list. But we're gonna broadcast our list strategically. I'll tell you guys when. It'll be Thursday. It will be Thursday. I can tell you right now, because I know how funnels work, I know how webinars work. Vic will mail your list, your subscribers, on your behalf, probably 4 or 5 times on Thursday throughout the day. Reminders. You'll probably get like 4 or 5 emails. Remember, you opted in also. And within those, in between those emails, you're going to send your list of broadcasts with this video. Okay. And here's the thing. Let me take a step back. I'm going to think clearly here because I'm getting tired. If they've already registered, if they already registered, and if they're on your list, they have. So ideally, to do this right, you need to shoot 2 videos. Oh my God, Miles is making us do 2. Yes, I am. 2 videos. 1 for the people that are already on your list as a reminder. Hey, it's Miles. I just want to remind you, blah, 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 that, I'm excited. The webinar's coming up. I'm going to be there. I hope you are going to be there as well. You probably got an email from my mentor and personal friend, Vic Stryzus, reminding you about the webinar. But hey, I also want to remind you about the webinar. I'm going to be there, blah, blah, blah. Boom, that's it. That'll be for your list. And then you'll want to do a generic one trying to get people to register, with your link. So anyway, are we clear, team, what I'm saying? So the first video, it doesn't matter what order you do them. The first video is like the generic one you're going to use for Facebook, for, really for Facebook, posting on Facebook. Because again, once they're on your list, the message is going to be different. You're going to take that video and you're going to upload it to YouTube. Moving away from my mic. You're going to upload it to YouTube. Okay, YouTube's good. I know, Eugene. I'm going to get some honey, brother, as soon as I'm off of here. I got my Kangen water right now. So you're going to upload it to YouTube. You're going to upload them both to YouTube. Upload it to YouTube with your link. Okay. Post it in groups. Post it in groups. Post it in your groups. Post it on your fan page. Post it on your wall. Okay. And that'll be video number 1. That's to get people to register. Then there'll be a second video for people who have already registered. And then that video will be embedded in an email that you're going to send to your brand new list that you're creating. Okay. So that's the homework. It's not 1 video, it's 2 videos. And like I said, some will, some won't. That's just how it is. I'm hoping all of you will. And then, let's see. I had one more note here. What is this note? Oh, okay. That's right. Yeah. I was saying that my angle is going to be, and I'm going to use this angle for I'll call it my list video. Okay. And then there's a generic video. My angle is going to be that my wife and I, Sonia, we actually arrived back here early. I wanted to get back to my office early to prepare for this launch. We were in Arizona. Many of you know you were there. And I'm going to tell my list. I was in Arizona. Listen, guys, I'm so excited about this launch. Sonia and I actually hopped on a plane early to get back to prepare for this launch. So listen, for us to catch an early flight to get back here, this must be a pretty exciting mega launch. Okay, we want to make sure we're prepared for it. So we're excited about it. We're going to go through it. We would like for you to go through with us. As a matter of fact, we want to take you by the hand and go through this launch with us. Boom, something like that. You see, guys, and I'm sure all of you can do this, but my point is, folks, the reason why I'm able to just rattle that off like that is because, number 1, I'm speaking from the heart. Number 2, it's true. I'm not just making stuff up. We really left early because of this launch. And just talk to the people. Talk to them like you're talking to your best friend. And one last thing, team, don't say like, hey folks, in the video, position it like you're talking to one person. Like, Hey, my friend. Hey, I want to share something with you. Try not. Don't do it as like a group. You do want to shoot videos where you're talking to a group, but this strategy, I would position the video where you're talking to the person. Okay. So, team, that's all I got for tonight. I think that I think that's enough. But guys, I want to just circle back before we go. I want to circle back because guys, I'm telling you, and I want all of you to get this. I know that there's gurus and mentors that they work with people, they have teams or whatever, and they know that not everybody's going to get it. You guys, even like the 4%. That's why Vic created that name. Because what is he really saying? He's really saying that 96% of the people just don't get it. And that's okay. Here's the thing. I believe, now I know you guys are all paid members. I'm not talking about that. Anybody can pay. I believe that everybody here, all of our team members, all of you, I believe that all of you are us, me and you. We are part of that 4% Vic is talking about. That 4%, I believe that we are this team, this M3 lifestyle team is part of that 4%, the real 4%. Okay. And having said that, since I feel that way, I believe that all of you, not just like 9 out of 10 of you, I believe all of you can do this. All of you can get that success that you're looking for. But you need to do it strategically, guys. You need to do more. And that's a very plain way of stating it. That's a very more, it's a more in your face way, which I want to be very direct with you guys. You need to do more than just run traffic. I don't care how targeted your traffic is. You need to do more than just run traffic. One of the number one things I did, when I first started that helped me break through early, because I was blessed. I was able to break through early, was building a little community. And it was done on Facebook, a Facebook group. I started my little hangouts, building a community where 2 or 3 people not just followed me, 2 or 3 people believed in me. It didn't need to be like 100. I wasn't trying to be a Vic, 2 or 3 people followed me and believed in me. And then that started to grow. And then when a product came out that Vic recommended, what have you, I recommended that product to my team. And because I recommended it, Vic recommended it, but see, I also recommended it. A percentage of those people bought it. And that's kind of the story in a nutshell, guys. But what I just told you, what's that got to do with traffic? Really, what's that got to do with traffic? What good is a targeted list that you spent a lot of money on, maybe $4 or $5 a lead? What good is that if you are not just, if you're not more than just building a relationship, you're not serving these people. And there's a lot of different ways to serve them. You're not demonstrating how you can help them. We talk about value. What is value? Some people are losing track. They don't even know what value is. Like, Miles, okay, what do I mail my list? Demonstrate to them. Demonstrate how you can help them. I could just take this hangout and just mail it to my list. And yeah, it's been 2 hours, but even if I just talk for 20 minutes, I'm demonstrating via you guys, leveraging my team. You are my team. We're all a team. I'm leveraging you guys, demonstrating by helping you guys how I can help other people. Oh, well, he's working with them. I want to be part of what I want to be with them. He's helping them. I'm sure he can help me. I'm demonstrating. And also, I've been blessed to have tons of social proof. The money, the results. I can demonstrate how I did that. I can prove that we made this amount of money. But again, guys, the point is, even if you don't have social proof, even if you haven't made a dime, if you haven't made a dime, guys, you can demonstrate how you can help people. Okay. And now if you've made money, even $50, that's a cherry on the top. And then besides that, we can go on. You want to inspire people. It's not all about value and teaching. You want to inspire people. You want to give your list. You want to give your list a break from the day. Listen, folks, think about you. Think about you. Put yourself in your prospect's shoes. Vic talks about this all the time. Your prospect may have a job, probably does, has a family, probably commutes to work every day, fights traffic. Maybe they like their boss, maybe it just stresses of the day or whatever. So here to get an email from you that maybe makes them laugh, kind of inspires them, just gives them a break. That's why a lot of people that do have jobs, I used to do it when I was in corporate America. You come home, I'm not talking about online marketers. I'm talking about just people that have jobs. They come home and they kind of just chill out and they watch TV. Why? Because it's an escape. They just want to just zone out. So we call it value, but value covers many, many things. It's not just teaching. It's a lot of things. Inspiration, sharing a funny story. Hey, I want to share with you what happened to me this morning. I was on my way to the gym and blah, blah, blah. Something's funny, whatever, guys. Again, to be a successful marketer, you need to adapt a creative style. And who knows? I'm sure there's books on increasing creativity. There's books on everything. Okay. So, all right, guys. I think we're going to call it a night. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention this, guys. One last thing. I'm not giving you the Columbo strategy. Columbo, where he was going to go away, and then there was like one more thing. No, I'm not doing a Columbo on you, but I just wanted to I think I should say something. I think all of you know, Sonia and I were blessed again this weekend. Okay, I'm sure some of you saw live or whatever. I don't know, but I'm sure there's probably a few of you that didn't. So for those of you that didn't know or didn't hear the news, Sonia and I were blessed to win $20,000 this weekend in a top affiliate contest for Techademics. There were two contests. There was an affiliate contest and an e-commerce contest. We had many team members that qualified, which I was very, very stoked about. One of our team members, Dan Ryder, he won the trip to Bora Bora. And there was a young guy, I can't remember his name now. I'm like dead tired. Alan something. He won the 1968 Chevy. Really, really happy for him. I think he's still like in a daze. And Techademics was really, really nervous. And they were really nervous because they thought we were also going to win the Camaro. Chris Reger was having a fit. Anyway, it's all good. So I just wanted to let you guys know that we did do that. And I'll tell you straight up. We would not have been given the opportunity to win that cash if it wasn't for all of you guys, our team. Same thing with the BMW IA. If it wasn't for our team, all of you believing in us, following us, being with us, we wouldn't have won. It's that simple. So with that said, guys, have a great night. If I overstayed my stay for some of you, and I know this is a little over 2 hours now, if I overstayed my stay, I'm sorry. I just like to deliver as much as I can, and I want to see you guys doing what Sonia and I have been able to do. But I don't want you to stop there. I want to see you guys do better than Sonia. Again, that's the kind of person I am. I want to be like, well, man, this team member is like, he or she, they're doing good, but man, they're like way further than us now. But I was part of that. I helped them get there. So it excites me to see you guys just take it to your full extent. Anyway, guys, this is not it. This was a long hangout, but this is not it. I will be communicating with you guys on a daily basis. We're going to go through this launch as a team. Okay, we're going to go through it as a team. Make sure you get your homework, guys, done. I will get mine done tomorrow. I'm not going to do it tonight. I'll get mine done tomorrow. You can look at mine, model, whatever. We're going to go through this together. Any questions you guys have, here's what I'd like you to do. I want you to post them in a group instead of emailing me. Normally, I want you to email me. But for the launch, post them in a group so everybody can see. Okay? And then when I answer that question, or one of you answer that question, I'm sure another team member had the same question. So, excuse me, let's keep it public and help everybody out. What is today? Well, it's Wednesday for me, okay? It's already Wednesday for Adrian. I'm going to get a little sleep. I will be back up. I'm not going to sleep too late because we got Wednesday. Need to take advantage of Wednesday. And then we have Thursday. Again, I will be very active online. Let's move through this pre-launch together, okay? And then we'll be able to move into the next phase with Vic and on. Guys, seriously, put yourself in my shoes. I am giving you a Columbo. Put yourself in my shoes. Do what I did. Guys, do it. Do it. Where was that guy that says do it? Do what I did in January 2013. Vic was launching Big Idea Mastermind. Remember that? Okay, if you're somebody listening out there, it doesn't exist anymore. It's not around, so don't get it twisted. But that platform was built for Empower Network, but they're not around anymore either. But he took like a handful of guys. There was only about 100 guys. You don't know how fortunate you are right now. There was about 100 of us. There was only about 100 of us. And we all bought into the vision. We all invested in all the products. There were 5 levels in Empower. Okay? And there's about 100 of us that invested in all 5 levels. And then, there were some people that got the $25, whatever. Different levels, diamond package, silver, bronze. Wow, this is so long ago. But my point is, guys, I can't speak for everybody. I can speak for myself, my brother Paulo Barroso, a couple other people that crushed it back then, Ella Clausen. I can speak for those people that we followed exactly what Vic was doing, whatever he told us to do. And not only that, just like he's doing right now, we leveraged what he was doing and we crushed it. We crushed it. So, but he didn't have it as broken down as he's doing now. I mean, the way he's doing it now, the way he's taken us all through this launch, it wasn't that detailed back then, and we still crushed it. So you guys are fortunate, but you need to do exactly. In other words, don't miss any live streams he's doing. If you miss one, if you just have to miss one because you're at work, watch that sucker right away. Watch that recording right away, 2, 3, 5 times. Oh yeah, that was the homework. That's right. To watch the video he did yesterday, the beginner training, at least 5 times. Watch that. And I'm telling you guys, it may be repetitive when I'm saying like I'm beating a dead horse, but I'm telling you, if you can absorb, here's what you need. You don't need the, well, yeah, you need traffic, but it's not the traffic. That's just a tool. If you can get the strategy in your head of what Vic is doing, how he's doing it, okay? And if you're new, you're not going to get it unless you watch the webinars over and over again. If you can get that, you will break through on this launch. I have no doubt. This will be your breakthrough. You'll be months from now, a year from now, looking back. Yeah, you'll be telling your team or whoever. Yeah, this guy Vic, my mentor Vic, he did this launch, this ecom entrepreneur launch, back in August, September, and yeah, man, that was the one that broke through for me. So that's what you guys need to do. Trust me. That's if you want to looking for a secret, That's the secret, the quote secret. That's it. So pay attention to everything Vic is telling you to do, and you'll be good. Wow. All right, team. I'm gonna run, and I will look. I'll be inside the group, sharing some stuff with you guys tomorrow. I'll probably do a Facebook Live. I mean, guys, for this next 2 weeks, guys, it's game time. Game time is on. I know in the United States, the holiday's coming up, Labor Day. It's all good. It's game time. You got hobbies on the side, whatever you do on the side, bowling, whatever. You need to put that aside for now. It's game time. You need to be engaging in the group every single day. You need to be looking in the 4% group every day. For the next 2-3 weeks, it's game on, team. All right, it's game on. So with that said, guys, my name is Miles Seegers, and as I say every single week, and you know what, guys, I will go back and look at some of your comments in case I missed something. Okay, so as I say every single week, I will see you guys at the top. Take care, guys.